Senator Baldwin.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Thank you for being here, Secretary Cardona. I wanted to start by discussing career and technical education. Despite the growing demand for CTE, federal programs supporting career education and skills training have been persistently underfunded. The President's budget proposes new innovative programs like the CareerConnected High Schools grant program. However, the budget request does not have enough funding to launch these programs in every state. And the administration did not request an increase for important existing programs that are helping to build a strong workforce in my home state of Wisconsin. So I want to ask you if you can ensure, if you will ensure that the administration's new initiatives support rather than supplant the existing funding streams that are helping to connect students to skill and career-focused services.
Thank you for the advocacy on behalf of that important and often pushed aside component of education. I believe it was Senator Braun who mentioned that in some cases it's not looked at as a viable option. And I can tell you, as a technical high school graduate myself, leaving high school with options helps the students, the community. So I'm a big proponent of really, just like with mental health, reimagining what career-connected high schools and programming that are connected to our workforce partners, to the regional needs in the community, to our 2-year schools, 4-year schools, that has to be systematized across the country. And while this $200 million proposal is for competitive awards, I recognize that the support that those communities that are trying to do this has to increase as well. So I will continue to advocate and find ways to support those programs and find ways to make whatever new money available eligible to those who are already doing some of this work.
Thank you. You've had a number of discussions already on student debt. It's a burden for many students in Wisconsin. But part of it is made worse by predatory behavior of those who target students struggling to make ends meet. That's why I was proud to introduce and witness the passage of the Stop Student Debt Relief Scams, or STOP Act. That created criminal penalties for unauthorized access of student loan information. And an important part of that bill was the creation of a third-party data access system to ensure that there is a safe and secure way for legitimate actors like legal aid groups to easily and efficiently access the information that borrowers want them to have. Secretary Cardona, what actions has the Department of Education taken to implement the STOP Act, and when can we expect to see the designated third-party access system up and running?
Thank you for your hard work to protect students from scams out there on debt relief. We are faithfully implementing the STOP Act, and some of the ways we're doing that is we're implementing that third-party access form as required by the STOP Act. We're working with the Investigator General to notify victims of fraud. We're updating the FSA website to allow borrowers to access their information more quickly. And these are just some ways that we're trying to improve services for those who have loans out there and make the information more open and transparent.
But do you know when that third-party access system will be up and running?
We are currently implementing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Multiple reports and investigations have found that nearly 70 years since Brown versus Board of Education decision, schools in Milwaukee and Waukesha remain some of the most segregated in the nation. Despite prior intervention by the Department of Education, suspension and expulsion rates at Milwaukee Public Schools remain deeply unequal. Every child in Wisconsin, regardless of their zip code, income, or background, deserves the opportunity to learn and thrive in a school that is safe and supportive. But sadly, these reports suggest that we have a lot of work left to do to realize that goal. While the causes of educational inequality are complex. We cannot expect our state and local partners to carry this burden on their own. What is the Department of Education doing to address persistent inequities in education, and how are you working with state and local partners to secure better learning environments for all children in Wisconsin?
Thank you. As an educator, I can tell you, and the research proves it, students learn better when they're in a diverse environment. In our budget, we requested $100 million to have new competitive grants to provide better, programs that provide more racially and socially and economically diverse schools and classrooms. It's something that we pay very close attention to, and we want to make sure that all students in all schools achieve at high levels, which is why in our funding proposals we also ask for additional funds to some of those schools where they may not be performing as well, Title I schools that are disproportionately underperforming. We are supporting it. We do have it in our proposal, and we continue to monitor. If we feel that students are not being given opportunities or schools are used to segregate students, we also accept investigation requests in our Office for Civil Rights.
Thank you.
Thank you.